Okay, people. Here's the video of the day. It turns out that there are some people that have the power to condition the human mind in a way that I had not seen coming, which doesn't surprise me at all since I don't ever see shit coming. But I will tell you this. When we start taking control, when we start thinking that our responsibility is to control something, it seems like we're kind of doing exactly what every other form of conditioning out there is doing. I can sit here all day long and share with you a piece of who I am, what I'm becoming, how I'm becoming that, what lessons I'm learning, what kinds of things change in my life because of all of those other things that are changing. And in that, sorry dudes, in that you have a choice. You have a choice to say, I like this, or I don't like this. But it's one person, one moment, one instance. I've just come to meet an experience where this one person that was offering a bit of information for me to choose from turned out in fact to be many people, was able to transform their being by one little click of a switch, one little mouse click. And they were able to woo me, educate me, take me down the pathway of 1,000 pathways. And I had quite an intense experience. But here I sit at the end of this moral dilemma, this thing that doesn't make any sense to me, that if the human is to be allowed to unfold naturally with love surrounding it and the truth that we all are in a constant state of meeting our own self. At some point, the mind has got to stop. At some point, people, the mind has got to at some point, the mind has got to come to a space where it understands it's time to surrender to the heart. And if you can't remember that, if you don't have any desire to really remember that at all, I don't know what to tell you. I had to check that email, sorry. Waiting for my friend to call. I don't remember where I was, but the point being, if you're looking in on everybody's lives and you're taking what doesn't belong to you so that you can manifest your own dream, that's like playground bully. That's like somebody that figured out a loophole to a system and kept it a secret. That is just as unsane as allowing all the other forms of conditioning that we've all had to go through. I don't know if it's morally right or wrong, if we're pushing science and that science just happens to be my weak spot. Science is science is now been proven to me for this love journey to be a kind of kryptonite, which is really kind of crazy because I'm always pumped up about quantum physics. I get really excited about that shit. But when it comes down to it, that's just my own belief. That's just what I feel. And I can't, in good conscience, have an entire world um, succumb to my dream. I can keep telling my dream, but it's just one Adina telling a dream. It's just one me out there. It's just one me trying to say one thing to whoever wants to listen. Not controlling anything. I'm not here to try and tell you you're doing life right or wrong. I'm not telling you that you're better or worse than anybody else. I'm not saying any of that. That's not for me to say. But I'll tell you what I am telling you. I'm saying that for one person to control and manipulate so many superpositions, that's just not fair play. And I understand the whole survival of the fittest and evolution, etc., etc. I'm just here to tell you my one tiny little perspective. And that is, I have been fighting my way out of control boxes for as long as I can remember. From day one on this planet. But even before day one, there was the moment when that sperm went into that egg. And in that moment of conception was the end of this life. She was on her way out, folks. And she still is. Energy aside, the physical form is fading. And there are certain things I'm willing to stand up for on this planet and certain things I'm not willing to stand up for on this planet. I'm willing to stand up for science. I'm willing to fight for its right to have a place on the platform, to be heard, so that others can gain their own insights and their own wisdom from it. But I am not for control at all. No way, shape, or form. You start manipulating systems to get what you want, that's playing God. And I don't even understand what that sentence means that I just said. Like, that's what we're talking about here, people. You can't, you don't have the power in one person's brain. I don't care how genius you are. I don't care how many beautiful things you see. I do not give a crap how much your brilliant mind is able to comprehend. What I really do care about is recognizing that there's no possible way to look at this entire world and step offside of it, having had all the experiences that are on this planet to have, and know everything. The only way that I've come to feel that we all seem to be in agreement and know everything is when nobody's moving. That was my dream last night. The whole world just stopped. And we didn't have to do any of this anymore. We just all stopped. We just all stopped moving. We said. I mean, obviously, you guys are having babies out there. You guys can keep on moving. But we stopped worrying about the land and how holy it is, because we realized that how holy is the land when it's covered in thousands of years of nothing but bloodshed. Just dead bodies over and over and over and over and over. And now we're creating mental carcasses. Now we're leaving by the wayside in these cyber worlds mental carcasses. The physical form becomes almost obsolete in these boxes that we put ourselves into, these little laptop boxes. Here I am in my laptop box. But I'm real. You can touch me, you can feel the heat in my body, you can feel the blood in my skin, you can see it pulsing in my veins, you can hear me speaking, there's a real heart inside this body. It's intensely connected to this whole planet. When the planet hurts, or if the planet comes across as being confused in any way, shape, or form, I feel that. People play games with my mind, and that's fine. I'm a pretty strong chick, so if you gotta do that to make yourself feel better, I'm okay with that. Do I like it? No. Would I prefer that it not exist? Yeah, of course I would. But shit, man, there's a lot of things I'd prefer that don't exist. And really, this particular experience has lent itself to the same duality as every other experience. There's always the polarity of the really great part of it and the really bad part of it. I get inundated with all of this fabulous information only to come to find out that it's a mind fuck, that it's not any more real than anything else that I've been experiencing on this laptop, which is another brilliant thing. You come to some realizations about what this computer is actually good for. But really, when do we become human? Is adaptation so adapting that we're supposed to molecularly restructure into something else, not these physical forms? Are they really on their way out? Are we at that point now where we have to start coming to grips with wondering, or asking and answering the question rather, what is the purpose of the human form? Well, goddamn, man, I love a warm touch. I love the feeling on my skin. I love it when I talk to somebody on the phone for months and years. This most recent experience, and I got to put my arm around their shoulder and just hold their body close to my body for a second. That's good shit to me. I don't know what kind of conditioning that is. I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't understand what the purpose of touch is. I do know what it feels like. And I do know that sometimes the hairs stand up on my skin. And that sometimes... Oh, Paul's online. That would be fun. But what I don't know is what the purpose is. Oh, I think he's here. Let me talkie. One moment, please. Let's just take a peekie. Alright, ready if you want to be ready. I guess I should probably end this anyways. Alright, people. Peace. I do that all the time, this peace sign thing, and now I don't even know what the peace sign thing is. I'm gonna come up with a new symbol for like global love. Does anybody got any new symbols out there? Sort of hand jive, something or another.